Welcome aboard. Let's be honest. Glocks are pretty much the standard issue sidearm for the shooting crowd. Think of them like a trusty F-150 pickup. Not exactly a beauty queen, but they'll run all day, every day, and never complain. Their reputation is built on one thing: reliability. You can drop a Glock in the mud, shake it off, and it'll still run 9mm or 40 like nothing happened. And if you're into tinkering, the aftermarket scene is massive. From barrels and triggers to slides and stippling jobs, the Glock platform has more accessories than a Bass Pro ammo aisle. So why do we measure everything else against a Glock? It's the same reason duct tape is the first fix in every garage: simple, reliable, and everywhere. But here's the thing: just because Glocks are popular doesn't mean they're exciting. They're the meat and potatoes of the gun world, dependable but a little bland. And sometimes you just crave something spicier. That's what we're doing today, poking some fun at Glocks while highlighting pistols that give them a serious run for their money in terms of ergonomics, features, shootability, and price. Don't get me wrong, I like Glocks, but let's face it, they're kind of boring these days. So buckle up. We're diving into 9 solid Glock alternatives you'll want to check out. Kicking things off, let's talk about the Zev OZ9, a premium take on the Glock 17 platform. Zev didn't just tweak Gaston's design, they rebuilt it from the ground up. The OZ9 runs on a modular steel chassis system, think SIDs, P320 FCU, letting you swap out frames for everything from an EDC setup to a full-blown competition rig. The grip angle leans more toward a 1911, giving a natural point of aim, and the texture feels locked in without chewing up your hands. They even threw in a metal mag release, a nice touch compared to Glock's plastic. The real star here is the trigger. Compared to the standard Glock mush, the OZ9 is crisp, clean, and resets like lightning. It's the difference between a drive-through burger and a prime ribeye. Downsides? The sticker shock. It'll run you quite a bit more than a stock Glock, and it's slightly heavier. But if you want a pistol that shoots flatter, feels better, and looks slick doing it, the OZ9 is worth stretching your budget. Coming up next, if you're considering a Glock 43X for daily carry but want a little more juice, the Springfield Hellcat Pro should be on your radar. Dimension-wise, it's slim enough for IWB concealment, but Springfield squeezed in a 15-round 9mm capacity, straight from the factory. Sure, you can snag aftermarket PSA 15-rounders for the 43X, but that's extra hassle and cash. The grip texture and angle are spot on, making target acquisition quicker and more natural compared to the 43X's blockier ergonomics. And for the red dot crowd, the Hellcat Pro comes optics ready out of the box. Try finding that on a stock 43X without paying a gunsmith. Drawbacks? The trigger can feel a little spongy at first, and if you're a die-hard Glock loyalist, switching brands may feel like betrayal. But for shooters wanting capacity, concealability, and modern features in one package, the Hellcat Pro makes a pretty compelling argument. Next is the Palmetto State Armory Dagger, essentially a Glock 19 done budget-friendly. The big draw here is price. You're getting a Glock 19-sized handgun without spending Glock 19 money. And don't think cheap means compromise. The Dagger runs 15 plus 1 rounds of 9mm, just like the 19, but right out of the gate. PSA upgraded a few pain points. We're talking a stainless guide rod instead of Glock's polymer, steel sights instead of the infamous plastic dovetail protectors, and full compatibility with Gen 3 Glock parts. That means upgrades, custom slides, and trigger kits are all on the table. Now, it hasn't been flawless. Early models had quirks with trigger pins and magazines, But PSA stayed on top of recalls and fixes, which says a lot about their customer support. Bottom line, if you want Glock performance with room for customization, but your wallet says otherwise, the PSA Dagger is a rock-solid pick. Next up, we've got the Ruger American Pistol, a full-size contender that goes toe-to-toe with the Glock 17 without emptying your wallet. This one's all about value. You're getting nearly half the price of a G17 while still scoring a highly capable 9mm platform. Accuracy? Oh, it's there. Thanks to its thoughtful grip angle, ergonomic frame, and recoil mitigation, even rookies will start ringing steel like pros. Of course, nothing's perfect. Some shooters find the unique grip texture a little unusual, and the 17-round magazine matches the Glock 17, no bonus there. Minor complaints in a package that performs solidly across the board. Bonus, this one's built in the USA, so you're keeping American hands on the assembly line busy while you shoot. For patriots hunting for a homegrown alternative, the Ruger American deserves a serious look. Coming up next, the CZ P10C steps in to challenge the Glock 19 directly. This striker-fired beauty doesn't just show up, it dominates. Ergonomics? Top shelf. The grip's palm swell and deep beaver tail feel custom molded for your hand. Reliability? Spot on. Out of the box, this pistol offers a clean, crisp trigger pull that's tough to beat. A real step up over the standard 19 mushy pull. Sure, it's slightly heavier and doesn't yet have the Glock ecosystem of aftermarket parts. But what it does offer is superb build quality and a more refined shooting experience right out of the box. If you value comfort and performance over brand ubiquity, the P10C will make you rethink Glock dominance. Following that is the FN509, a full-size 9mm that just feels right in the hand. The grip texture locks in firm without tearing your skin, and the 17-round magazine gives you a slight edge over a 19. Yes, some may find the grip a bit aggressive for bare skin carry, but the trade-off is solid control and confidence behind the trigger. While it doesn't have the massive aftermarket that Glock fans love, the FN509 isn't leaving shooters hanging. Optics-ready versions come with a well-engineered mounting system, perfect for adding a red dot straight from the factory, something non-MOS Glocks just can't compete with. What's next? It's the SIG P365 XMACRO, a tiny pistol with a huge impact. The macro isn't just marketing fluff. This thing feels like a G48 with an ergonomic upgrade. Say goodbye to the dreaded Glock knuckle thanks to its higher grip and natural hand placement. The modular trigger group FCU makes it adaptable, while a 17-round magazine dwarfs the G40-848's 10-rounder. Even PSA's micro 15-rounders can't compete. Add the built-in compensator, and the XMACRO handles like a full-size gun. Muzzle stays down, shots stay tight, and follow-ups are a breeze. Downsides. It's new to the market, so the aftermarket universe isn't as rich as Glocks and SIG's. P320 history makes some shooters wary. Still, for a micro-compact that outperforms bigger Glocks in comfort, capacity, and shooting experience, the P365 XMACRO is hard to beat. Coming up next, we've got Big Blue's powerhouse, the Smith & Wesson M&P MEM 2.0, a real contender for anyone eyeing a Glock 17 or 19. First off, the price. The M2.0 usually lands $50, $100 cheaper than its Glock equivalents. So your wallet thanks you. Ergonomics? It's a winner. That grip texture feels better in your hand than almost any Glock, and the interchangeable backstraps let you dial in a fit that's just right. Something only later Glock generations offer. The trigger? Smooth, consistent, and ready to shoot straight out of the box. No need to immediately hit glockstore.com for a pricey trigger upgrade. This one's already polished. Drawbacks? Some shooters might find the aggressive grip a little much for bare skin daily carry, requiring minor adjustments. And yes, a few die-hard fans still harbor grudges over Smith & Wesson's past political moves. But in a straight head-to-head with Glock, the M&P MIM 2.0 comes out on top for ergonomics, feel, and trigger quality. Topping our list is the Walther PDP, a pistol that makes a strong case against the Glock 17. Capacity? The PDP holds 18 rounds of 9mm, giving you one more than a G17 for that tiny edge in firepower. Ergonomics are next level. Walther has a knack for making pistols that feel custom-built for your hand, and the PDP is no exception. The performance duty texture grips without catching on clothing, and the 1911 style grip angle feels natural, aiding fast, instinctive aiming. But the real star is the trigger. Clean break, short reset, and buttery smooth. Arguably the best factory trigger you can get on a duty pistol. Glock's trigger works, sure, but it's the first thing owners swap out for an aftermarket option. Downsides? The PDP's aftermarket support isn't as massive as Glock's, and the slightly larger frame might not suit everyone. Still, if you're chasing top-tier ergonomics, a phenomenal trigger, and just a bit more capacity, the Walther PDP is absolutely worth a serious look. So there you have it, 9 pistols that prove Glock might be the king of reliability. But it sure isn't the only game in town. Whether you want better ergonomics, a crisper trigger, or just something that stands out from the sea of polymer blocks, these handguns give you plenty of reasons to look beyond the Glock logo. I'm not here to knock Glock, they've earned their place. But variety is the spice of life, and the firearms world is packed with flavors worth trying. Which one of these alternatives caught your eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're carrying or what you'd pick over a Glock. And hey, if you enjoyed this rundown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. Until next time, shoot straight, stay safe, and I'll see you on the range.